At some point, you've probably gone to plug in one of your newly purchased gadgets and thought to yourself, why doesn't everything just use the same charger, as you struggle to jam in the connector the right way? Well, you're not the only one. In fact, so many people have had this frustration that the European Union itself is looking to force electronics manufacturers to use USB-C, and only USB-C, for charging. So what does this mean for the future of electronics? Let's start out by looking at what the EU's new proposal actually covers. Mobile phones, tablets, headphones and headsets, portable video game consoles, portable speakers, and digital cameras are all in there. So most small electronics designed to be taken with you are covered, but laptops are notably absent, as are very low power devices like earbuds and smartwatches, since these devices have charging and use characteristics that are quite different from the list of covered devices. And the proposal also leaves out products that don't rely on charging, so don't expect to see any USB-C powered hair dryers. Although, that would be really cool. Now, as cool as it sounds to have a single charging standard for all your mobile devices, why is the EU trying to force it through? I mean, even though USB-C isn't universal, the industry is, for the most part, moving in that direction already, and it's not like there are a whole lot of other charging connectors out there other than micro USB, which is disappearing, and Apple's Lightning, which is still just holding on. You can't kill me! Well, according to the EU, 38% of consumers have said they've had issues with not having compatible chargers for their phones when they needed them, with 2.4 billion euros spent every year on extra chargers. The EU has gone on to say that the situation has resulted in a ton of e-waste. More like 11,000 tons every year. So it's not a huge leap for the EU to think the solution is to settle on just one charging standard. And not only that, the proposed law will also mandate that gadgets that support fast charging will use the standard USB power delivery protocol in order to reduce confusion between different fast charging standards. The goal is to make it possible for users to get the same charging speed across a wide variety of chargers, and also to get information across to the consumer more clearly. A strategy that is clearly seen in the USB Implementers Forum's latest table about which USB logos to use. Now, each charger sold must state both a minimum wattage as well as information on any fast charging protocols it supports outside of the standard USB power delivery. And unsurprisingly, the law will also seek to reduce the number of chargers that are included with electronic devices by forcing manufacturers to sell versions of their gadgets without an included charging brick, which is one thing that Apple is a step ahead of them on. And ooh, do we have some thoughts about that, which we will address after we thank the sponsor of today's video, View Conference 2021. From October 17th to 22nd, over 200 speakers will talk about the intersection of storytelling and technical innovation, including legendary cinematographer Roger Deakins, eccentric writers Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and the CTO of Pixar, Steve May. You can watch live for free or purchase a ticket for in-person or on-demand access to all the panels, workshops, and speakers. So learn more and get your View Conference 2021 ticket today using the link below. Now, as I hinted at a second ago, there's a giant Apple-sized elephant in the room, and you've probably already figured out that Apple, with its proprietary Lightning connector, is fighting tooth and nail against the proposed law. The company raises the point that the law would only make the e-waste situation worse by rendering a huge number of existing Lightning-only accessories obsolete. But their position is undermined somewhat by the fact they asserted the rule would stifle innovation. I mean, maybe, but we're talking about charging here, and not many people use cables to transfer data to and from a phone anymore. And when we do need to, USB-C is more than capable of handling it. Of course, Apple owns not only the Lightning protocol, but also MagSafe for wireless charging. And this has led some to speculate that at some point in the near future, Apple may just skip USB-C completely and go straight to a portless iPhone with wireless charging only. The proposed EU law doesn't cover wireless charging at all, so it would, at least for the time being, get them out from under the EU's watchful eye. But wireless charging is, for now, still significantly slower than having the phone plugged in, so Apple might be at a competitive disadvantage if they do decide to go this route. But although the law is set to cut e-waste, it might not make a huge dent in the problem, as the EU is only expecting a reduction of 1,000 tons per year. Chump change. And if we advance beyond USB-C at some point, we might have to do this all over again with another change in the law, as the directive says nothing about a post-USB-C world. We have to go to zombie movies for that. If the EU does enact this proposal, which is expected to happen in 2022, each national government will have 2 years to make it law, and electronics manufacturers will have the same amount of time to switch their charging ports over to USB-C. Fingers crossed this will end up being a model for the rest of the world. If we can't agree on what shape our power outlets will be, well, maybe we can at least agree on this. Hey, thanks for watching this Tech Quickie, guys. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Check out our other videos and comment below with video suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe and follow Tech Quickie. We got the tech and we got the quick, and then there's an E on the end for some reason.